Well, hey, and have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. I had to do that as a little tribute to a wonderful, wonderful man, my grandfather. I kind of am going to do a 10 from the Rents, but it's not quite 10, so it's close. But anyways, it's a 10 from the grandparents because it's my grandfather's collection. And I've already showed a couple of these in previous 10 from the Rents videos, but I want to bring them back and tell a full circle little story here. But before we do get started with that, I do want to thank all my subscribers and thanks to any new subscribers. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And do hit the notification bell so you know when I got new videos coming out. Also, please give the video a like. It really does help out the channel. And do leave a comment. I love having a discussion with everybody. But let's get on with this next Christmas video. So yeah, I've really been struggling with the idea of, do I want to tell this story? And I think I do. I want to talk about, I've been seeing these, we've already done the Glen Campbell Christmas with Glen Campbell. That was in one of my 10 from the Rents. This is on this cool pink and black special, what is it called again? Creative Products Capital label. Looks really great. As I found out on the back here, it does have my grandfather's name. I'm going to cover up his last name there. Really kind of cool that I noticed that in the collection. And then I think I've already shown this one too, the Perry Como Christmas. Perry Como sings Merry Christmas music. And I thought this one was kind of fun. This is on RCA Camden, and I remember correct, this is a really cool label on this one too. This kind of purplish blue label there. Very cool. Yeah, seeing these and realizing all the Christmas records in my parents' collection are not my parents, they are my grandfather's. I got such a memory of him. Just kind of to set up a little thing on him. I had to sing that song at the beginning. That was kind of him. He's just like goofy. He loved those goofy songs like that. Kind of some things he would do. I know the my grandpa-isms, I'll call them. He would, keep it music themed and kind of, Elvis and that. He would sing Elvis, Do You Miss Me Tonight? And he would change up the lyrics. And I only know the one little bit. That's all I've ever heard my mom sing on it. And I've learned it through her. But it was, do you miss me tonight? Do your pants fit you tight? So there we go. There's kind of his thing on that. Another thing, I love craft beer. I always think about this. I got introduced to craft beer through my father. Not his. This isn't his father. This is my mom's father. My dad is from Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. If anybody knows, if you're into beer, Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin is also home to Leinenkugel's Brewing Company, one of the oldest brewing companies in the country here. 1876, I believe, if I'm correct. Words in the corner will help me out there. So, of course, when my mom met my dad, they lived in northern Minnesota, not northern Wisconsin, where that's from, so Wisconsin to Minnesota there. But yeah, he met him, learned about Leinenkugel's beer, and he never called it Leinenkugel's, he called it Gugelheimers. So just kind of giving you a little picture of how he is. Now, he also was a very good man. I mean, it's so sad when I talked to my mom about this. He lost his dad and then his stepdad by the time he was 12 years old. He had 3 sisters and a brother, all younger than him. And I believe they were kind of split between the two fathers there. And he helped raise them starting once he was 12 years old. He dropped out of school at 7th grade, was doing it to help his mom raise his brothers and sisters there. He always watched out for them. I've been to a couple of reunions with some family there, and how much he is just admired by those people for what he did for them. It's quite a thing. I'm trying not to get too emotional on this, but I probably am going to get even more emotional as we go on this. Yeah, he, when World War II broke out, he enlisted in the Army at the age of 33 to go to the war because that was his patriotic duty. Just kind of giving you a sense of what type of man he is. I've got great memories with him, and it all stems around these Christmas records as I got remembering here. I'll show you some other ones of his here. Been wondering how this was going to go. But here is this Stan and Doug, Yes to Go Nuts at Christmas. This is totally him from everything I've understood. I'm trying to remember if this is the one. It's got to be. I think it's got to be this Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Is probably key to this story here with me. I guess my thing fell off, but I'll kind of show you the back here. It's on this golden crest label. Very cool. I think this might be the record that I'm really thinking about, and it really stems back to my first memories of running a record player and that. And I remember specifically listening to this with him, listening to Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That's what I wanted to hear. I remember the cartoon. I wanted to hear the song. And this one says Rangar the Flat-Nosed Reindeer. I don't know. It might not be this one. I know it was the beginning of whichever side of the record it was. That much I remember. So it might be this record. It might be one of these other ones. But I got this vivid memory of him. And my mom is always so shocked how well I remember my grandfather. And I'll get to that towards the end here. But I remember at their house, it was a very old house, very basic house. Had this big heat register thing in the kind of off of the dining area, off of the kitchen dining area, kind of a common area. And then there was like the main bedroom was built on off to the one side there. And then there was like a closet, and then the living room went off there. And I would always kind of play in that area there, that kind of common area, I remember. And that's always where I remember seeing my grandpa, was there. And then there was like the bathroom, and then you go upstairs to the upstairs where the other bedrooms were. But yeah, I always was playing down there, and I always remember seeing my grandpa there. And I got memories of my grandpa in that area. And one of the things I remember is right outside the bedroom, there was a little record player set up, and I remember playing one of these Christmas records, and specifically Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And I remember him showing me how to play the record, how to drop the needle, and everything. And I remember asking him, I said, Grandpa, can you just put it on for me? And he says, no, I want you to do it. I can't do it for you. You gotta do it. And that was what he would tell me. I can't do it for you. You gotta do it. So I'm going to teach you how. And I remember very specifically him standing right there with me and showing me how to drop the needle onto it and listen to Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That's what I wanted to hear. But here's one of those records, aside from the other two there, the Perry Como and Andy Williams. Here's another one, and let's see, is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer on this one? Oh yeah, it is. Oh, it's probably this one then, because it starts side 2. And I remember it was just a pretty basic Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It wasn't anything crazy like that Doug and Stan one might have been. But this is the great songs of Christmas, the great artists of our time. So we got, who do we got on here? Barbra Streisand, Tony Bennett, Robert Goulet, Steve Lawrence. Let's see. The Brothers Four, I know I've heard of them. Yeah, you can see there who's all there. But I guess it's Harry Simone Coral sings Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer on this. So again, I'll hide his name there. This might be the one. This might be it. Oh yeah, and this one's on a really kind of interesting. It's a Columbia Special Products Goodyear promotion. So you must have got it at a Goodyear dealership on the label there. Really kind of an interesting label on that. Limited edition collector's album. So there we go. Pretty cool there. And another one that he's got is this Andy Williams Christmas. Andy Williams Christmas album. There we go. Let's see, is Rudolph on this one? No, I don't see Rudolph on this one, so probably didn't listen to this one with that. So, and there's the back there. Kind of an interesting back. Oh yeah, and this is the one, there's 2 records in here. The one is not Andy Williams though, so it's on this Columbia label. Kept thinking that felt a little thick. There's that. This is probably his too, I'm guessing. I don't know where the sleeve ended up, the jacket and that, but this is a Promenade High Fidelity White Christmas Johnny K with Abbey Choir. Oh, yep, this one does have Rudolph on it. It's the last track on this side. So I trying to remember, it seemed like it was right at the beginning of the, because I remember I would get upset that it moved on to the next song and I wanted to hear Rudolph again, and he'd have to show me how to bring the needle up and then go drop it down at the beginning again there. So I doubt it's that one. I'm really starting to suspect it's that last one I showed. The next one we got here is this Burl Ives. Burl Ives 12 Days of Christmas. And this is on a Pickwick label, it looks like. And again, no Rudolph on this one. This one, yeah, I don't see his name anywhere on it, so there we go. There's the Pickwick label, kind of a basic one. That one I'm not as, I sometimes like these old labels, but that one's not as cool as some of these other ones we've been seeing. And we got a couple more here. The next one is this Robert Shaw Choral, the RCA Victor Symphony Orchestra and Organ. There we go on that. His name is really large on the back here, so we'll get that covered up. There we go. This is RCA Victor Red Seal. Dynagroove Recording Stereo. This is a great looking label on this one. Wow, is that one cool. I love these old record labels. That one is really cool. Next up, and this one I gotta be careful with because the jacket is quite beat up, but this is Everybody's Christmas Favorites Organ and Chimes. True High Fidelity. There we go. And cover up his name again there. And this one, the jacket is completely split. There's a master seal on the label there. The Ultimate in High Fidelity. There we go. But yeah, there's that last one of those. And, you know, it's one of those records I remember so specifically. And I could see him so much in my mind. And I can hear him telling me, you know, how to drop the needle and listen to it again. And, oh, you really want to listen to it again? Okay, yeah, this is what you got to do. Here we go. And, you know, him so patient with me, showing me that and all that. And I tell this story to my parents, and they're really kind of shocked about it, that I remember this so strong. And I remember being able to do this, because now take this for what you will. My grandfather died about 2 weeks before I turned 2 years old. So how do I so vividly remember this with him? And there's other memories like this too. This is the only one that's record related, so there's no sense of me talking these other stories on this channel. You know, this Christmas I kind of wanted just to honor a great man who obviously loved Christmas, being that every record in our collection that's from him is a Christmas record. And the fact that our only Christmas records in our collection are records from his collection. So really kind of surprising there. But yeah, just a great man. And I know my cousins are a little older. I talk about my one cousin that gave me all that stuff, and his brother, or that picked that stuff up for me. Let me correct that there. His brother, I know they got to know my grandfather a lot better than I did, and his sister, and my other cousins on my other mom's sister side, my mom's other sister side there. I know they all got to know him a lot better. I'm kind of on the younger side my mom is on the younger side for her sisters too, though. That's kind of part of it. And that's why also, you know, adding that up, you know, he was at World War II and 33 years old. And, yeah, and I'm where I'm at, my age and all that. So yeah, he's quite a bit older for a grandfather at that time, I guess. But yeah, take it for what you will. How I remember him so vividly with that, I don't know. I got theories. I'm sure you guys all get theories too, if you believe on that stuff. You know, he always really liked me. My mom always tells me that. He was so excited for me. She always says how excited he was when I'd come visit and that. And I know my name is not Dustino. It is Dustin. His little name for me was Dotson. So again, kind of tell you that goofy, kind of fun guy that he is. He called me after a Japanese car, I guess. I was a Dotson. Yeah, I just wanted to share this story this Christmas on that, because I mean, it's my earliest memories of even operating a record player, let alone that, and with how much I'm into music nowadays and back into vinyl and all that. And you know, I think about it every time I drop the needle on a record, even today, how Grandpa showed me that when I was that young. I think I was older than I'm thinking I was, because clearly I don't think I was doing this at like a year and a half or whatever. I really doubt I've been operating a record player that long. I guess I just wanted to kind of share that story, get that out there. Like I said, just take it for what you will. Maybe I'm just heard stories. I've always told this to other adults, and none of them remember me playing records on that record player. So yeah, I don't know. The mind of a child, I guess, and what they remember as their adults. So, but anyways, I am going to get wrapping up. suppose we'll sing one more holiday song. We'll go back to Holly Jolly Christmas. Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. All right. But I do want to thank all my subscribers. Thanks to any new subscribers. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Also, if you like the video, please give it a like. It really does help out the channel. And if you've stuck around to this point, you must like it, especially with that possibly odd story. But please give it a like. And do leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this. Let me know what you think your theory is on it with what happened there, why I got this memory like that. Anyways, I am going to get signing out. I am Beetle Dustino. Wishing you once again a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year coming up. And I'm signing out. Signing out.